A deadly and violent weekend in Gaza once again. That Israeli attack at Rafah that killed at least 45, ratcheted up calls even louder for the U.S. to reconsider its support. Jamil Jaffer from the National Security Institute. George Mason's up late with me tonight, live here in studio on the Final Five. Here we are, how many months into this conflict, and there seems to be no sign of anything letting up. It just gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's brutal. Deaths on both sides of the equation. Really nasty, tough war going on. But you know, I mean, this is a conflict that has gone on for over 1,000 years plus, right? People say October 7th was when it started, before October 7th, right, when Israel was founded. I mean, let's be real. This conflict is going back hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Why do you think that it has gotten, the temperature in the conversation has gotten to the boiling point of where it is? Because you're right, this has been going on for as long as civilization has been going on. Why now? Why are we having these very tough and very disagreeable conversations?
Well, I think it comes at a time in the United States where we're having very challenging political conversations. It comes at a time where in the world we're increasingly polarized. So it's not just this Israel-Hamas conflict. It's not just the Jewish people and Palestinian people. It's Americans in Europe, it's the U.S. and China, it's Russia, Ukraine. I mean, there are conflicts across the globe. I mean, the world is literally on fire, and you wonder why. And this is what a world, Jim, looks like when America doesn't lead.
As things stand right now, we hear people within the White House saying that we support Israel, but we want them to minimize civilian casualties. We heard John Kirby say, well, hey, we got 2 Hamas leaders today. And yeah, that's the goal of these strikes here. You never want to see innocent lives lost. It's an unnecessary or unavoidable fact of war. But again, it seems like we're hearing the same mixed messaging out of the White House here. Do they have to? Is it possible for them to pick a lane?
It doesn't seem like it is. They can't seem to pick a side in this battle. And I mean, you have some sympathy for them, right? Because they're trying to say, look, minimize civilian casualties, which is, by the way, the obligation of every state in this war. And by the way, it's to Israel's benefit. Israel does not benefit when a woman or child or civilian dies in this conflict. To the contrary, they lose international support. So for all those folks who are like, well, they're just wantonly killing women and children and civilians, I mean, unless you think they're acting completely counter to their own national interests, which doesn't make any sense and isn't what they're doing, then they're not doing this on purpose. They're trying to avoid civilian casualties. But remember, they're fighting a terrorist group that is intentionally hiding amongst the civilian population.
We heard from Netanyahu, who once again chalked it up to a tragic mistake, which we've heard this. And again, we hear this in wartime all of the time out there. What do you do? What needs to be done from this point on? I mean, clearly this is going to continue. There's no end in sight here. You can talk about a ceasefire agreements all you want. Israel can come to the table. It's incumbent upon Hamas to do something. They seem like they're not willing to do anything.
Hamas hasn't released hostages in months. And that's intentional. They realize their only chit in this entire fight are those hostages. That's why they're holding on to them as long as possible. They're not releasing women. They're not releasing children. They're not releasing the elderly. They're not releasing the injured. Okay? And so, you know, what we see happening here is Israel, this war doesn't end until the hostages are released and Hamas is eliminated for its ability to conduct conflict, right? Israel's no longer going to put up with what to us was the equivalent of a dozen 9/11s on a population-adjusted basis. You imagine how angry Americans were after 9/11, and then you imagine that happening 12 times in one day, and then you realize that they didn't even start going into Gaza for a month or two, right? Multiple weeks they waited. And Rafah, they've been talking about going to Rafah for weeks. President Biden has told them, don't do it. And to be fair, they've held their hand. Now, yes, airstrikes have begun. Some ground incursions have begun. They could have invaded Rafah long ago and done a lot more damage than they are doing today.
We know that the objective on the Israeli side is to eliminate Hamas once and for all, to eliminate their ability to disrupt the way of life there. But what's the yardstick for that? Because clearly, as we see terror groups metastasize, pop up here, there, and everywhere, I mean, it seems like that is a very ambiguous goal if they were to continue to pursue that.
It is, and you know it's the goal that we had about al-Qaeda after 9/11, and we fought that war for 20 years. 20 years we kept this country safe from a mass casualty terrorist attack. Now, we've walked that war back, right? We've withdrawn from Afghanistan. We've limited our attacks on al-Qaeda directly. So one might wonder whether that terrorist threat again is gathering. I worry that it is. But for the Israelis, at least, we're talking about months into this conflict, not even a year, certainly not a decade, certainly not 2 decades like we fought that war. Now, I don't think anybody can imagine this conflict going on 2 decades. But if those hostages aren't released and there's not some sort of a real deal on the table and Hamas putting its weapons down and real leadership coming into Gaza, this conflict could go on for a very long time.
What's the U.S. role in mitigating this, if anything, at this point?
Well, look, the Biden administration, again, as we talked about earlier, can't seem to pick a lane. So they've been trying to do their part to say, look, minimize casualties, we'll take away weapons. But the reality is we continue to supply weapons into this fight because we have a long-term relationship with Israel, right? We're committed to the defense of that nation and its security. And that's where they ultimately end up. Now, they're paying a huge price at home for it. They're paying a huge price internationally, as are the Israelis. And the Israelis know it. They know for every child and woman that dies, Hamas benefits, and they lose. And so they're going to try to minimize those casualties. Yeah. It doesn't mean they're not going to fight this war. One
of these days, the world is not going to be on fire, and we're going to talk about something else. I would look forward to that day with you. But, Jamil, thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks,
Great
Jim.
to see you again, as
Appreciate
always.
It.
And the Final Five is back after this.
Say the joker to the thief.